On Global TV News Express, Vice President Shettima says enduring legacies must be built on discipline, strength of character. In business, Nigeria, United Arab Emirates scrapped tariffs on over 13,000 goods. And on the foreign scene, United States delivers military supplies to Nigeria. And in sports, Super Eagles battle hosts for 9th AFCON final tickets. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Aniti Patrick. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Vice President Kashim Shettima has restated the need for Nigerian public servants to remain selfless and committed to excellence. He said enduring legacies in service are sustained by daily discipline, consistency in efforts, and strength of character. A statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications in the Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkocha, says the Vice President said the most impactful records in public service are built through resilience and a steady commitment to excellence, regardless of the challenges inherent in building durable institutions. The federal government is taking a major step towards ending power outages in Nigeria's health facilities with the inauguration of an interagency technical committee under the Nigeria Power for Health initiative. Health correspondent Zarau Nasir was there for Global TV.
The Interagency Technical Committee is a component of the administrative structure for the Nigeria Power for Health Initiative, NPHI. The NPHI is a collaborative initiative of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare and the Federal Ministry of Power, designed to provide reliable and sustainable electricity to healthcare facilities nationwide. The committee was gently inaugurated by the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare and the Federal Ministry of Power as part of efforts to guarantee sustainable electricity supply to health institutions across the country. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Isiaq Salako, performed the inauguration alongside the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mahmouda Mamman. Dr. Salako explained that the initiative is designed to ensure that every health facility in Nigeria enjoys a reliable and sustainable power supply, stressing that effective healthcare delivery is impossible without stable electricity.
Beyond providing lighting, most of the machines that we have to use require the electricity. Our storage for vaccines, for drugs, to ensure their integrity requires energy. To ensure that the health of Nigerians is improved significantly, to ensure that
In his remarks, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Mahmouda Mamman, reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to ensuring that no health facility remain in darkness. He noted that energy planning will now be fully integrated into the health sector.
The IATC is expected to serve as the engine room of the National Primary Health Initiative, providing technical guidance, coordinating implementation across its institutions, and ensuring that agreed interventions are evidence-based, cost-effective, and sustainable.
Both ministers commended members of the technical committee for accepting the responsibility and urged them to work diligently to ensure the success of the initiative, noting that reliable power supply to health facilities will save lives and strengthen Nigeria's health system. Zahra Nasir reporting for Global TV News.
Renowned global political and security analyst Professor Ibrahim Abubakar has faulted Nigeria's political and anti-corruption systems, describing them as structurally weak and fundamentally compromised. Speaking on Big Talk, a political program on Global Television, Professor Ibrahim stated that Nigeria does not operate political parties, but rather political platforms created mainly for electoral access and personal gain. Ubong Usoro reports.
According to Professor Ibrahim, leadership failure in Nigeria is rooted in the absence of ideology-driven political parties arguing that politics in the country is largely treated as an investment venture rather than a platform for public service. He further alleged that over $1 trillion has been lost to corruption since 1999. Funds, he said, could have been used to build roads, hospitals, and other critical infrastructure across the country.
There is no political party in Nigeria. We have political platforms.
No political party?
No, there's no political party in
The
Nigeria.
PDP, APC, Labour Party are not
political platforms.
What's the difference?
Until the day we get to go back to the drawing board and build political parties, we will not get it right.
You used to have the NUP, the SDP in the 90s.
No, we have
70s.
NP, NUP, and then we have political parties. But now we have political platforms.
Professor Ibrahim blamed the situation on what he described as poor administration, management, operation, and institutional control, insisting that no serious institution is currently addressing financial malpractice in Nigeria. On anti-corruption agencies, he expressed deep distrust in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, accusing them of failing both operationally and administratively.
I can tell you for free that the money that has gone into corrupt hands over the years is over that amount of money. I think we should be counting on about, let me put it, about $1 trillion plus US dollars has gone into corrupt hands all over the years since 1990 today. And in addressing this issue, it is because we lack administration, management, operations, and control that has put us in the web where we are today.
Professor Ibrahim also criticized Nigeria's political leadership, insisting that the country does not presently have true politicians, but rather political businessmen. He said many elected officials pursue politics primarily for personal and economic gains. Ubong Usoro for Global Television News.
Mixed reactions have continued to trail the reported plans of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf's possible defection from the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, and the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Global TV correspondent Idris Jubi reports that movement along the state road leading into the government house has been restricted as authorities take precautions ahead of any official announcement. Away from that, the All Progressives Congress electronic membership registration and revalidation exercise has officially begun in Benue State with a major flag-off ceremony that brought together political leaders and party faithful in the state. Correspondent Felicity Ndere reports that Governor Hyacinth Alia launched the digital registration drive in Vendakia local government area.
Today's ceremony marks what many describe as a new political chapter for the state, as the ruling party pledges unity, inclusiveness and development through the ongoing e-registration exercise. At the flag-off event, party supporters and residents gathered in large numbers to witness the launch, signaling strong grassroots interest in the process.
It is very important that we all get engaged in this exercise.
Governor Hyacinth Alia, in his address, described the e-registration as a key tool to enhance internal democracy, transparency, and inclusiveness within the party, while emphasizing the importance of peace, cooperation, and collective progress for the people of Benue State.
From tomorrow, all party chairmen in all the 23 local governments, all local government chairmen in all the 23 local governments of the state are living from here to their various local governments, and all specialists who have become specialists after this training of the registration will leave from here Badede to go straight to your own various wards to begin this registration statewide tomorrow.
The state party chairman, Benjamin Omale, alongside the state coordinator, James Onguga, urged citizens to fully participate in the registration exercise, assuring party members that the process will be fair and transparent.
The deployment of these three registration agents per ward is deliberately effort to ensure speedy and effective timely completion in line with the next deadline, 31st December 2026.
The world is indeed going digital, and our party has also adopted this innovation, that instead of keeping a manual register of members, it is better that we have a digital register where we can see all our members with a little click. It is indeed a good thing.
The governor called on the party leaders, community leaders, and party stakeholders across the state to encourage broad participation in the electronic registration as the party prepares for future political activities. From Vanica local government area of Benue State, Felicity Ndere reporting for Global Television News.
Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TETFund, has commenced its 2026 intervention cycle, releasing over 6 billion naira to public tertiary institutions nationwide to boost infrastructure, research, and academic development. The announcement was made at a stakeholders workshop for heads of beneficiary institutions in Abuja. Priscilla Obasi reports.
The 2026 Stakeholders Workshop brought together vice-chancellors, provosts, and directors of public universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education from across the country. Executive Secretary of TETFund, Sonny Echono, says the intervention is designed to strengthen infrastructure, expand academic programs, deepen research and innovation, and accelerate digital transformation in public tertiary institutions. He disclosed that university would receive 2.525 billion naira, polytechnics 1.871 billion naira, and colleges of education 2 billion and 56 naira, with over 90% of funds to be released directly to institutions.
The primary focus of this engagement is the 2026 disbursement guidelines. Additionally, this session provides an opportunity for meaningful discussions and feedback on the implementation of our year 2025 disbursements. As an intervention agency, our goal is to enhance the impact of these interventions by focusing on performance and strengthening partnerships between the fund and the institutions that we support.
Chairman of the Board of Trustees of TETFund, Aminu Bello Masari, charged beneficiary institutions to ensure transparency and accountability, stressing that the funds must translate into tangible benefits for students, staff, and host communities.
To this year's engagement and distribution of allocation papers to institutions. The Executive Secretary has addressed all the technical issues, so he came prepared. But I don't think I'm prepared. But I will comment on 2 or 3 issues.
Union representatives and regulatory agencies at the workshop commended TETFund's sustained support, noting that prudent utilization of the 2026 intervention funds will be critical to strengthening Nigeria's higher education system and driving national development. Priscilla Obasi reporting for Global Television News.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has announced the commencement of the sale of application documents for the 2026 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination and Direct Entry Admissions for the 2026 and 2027 academic session. In a statement signed by the Registrar Professor Ishaq Oloyede and shared on the board's official X handle, the board said applications are invited for suitably qualified candidates for admission into tertiary institutions in Nigeria for the 2026 and 2027 academic session. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Jigawa State Command, said it seized illicit drugs valued at 2.8 billion naira in 2025, securing conviction for 136 peddlers amid a global push to combat drug use. Briefing journalists on the year 2025 records and activities of the command held at the command's headquarters in Dutse, the Jigawa State capital. The state commander, Hassan Kabaju, said the agency seized drugs include cannabis, sativa, psychotropic substances, and other substances of abuse. During the year under review, the commander explained that the command secured the conviction of 136 illicit drug peddlers out of 577 arrested, comprising 558 males and 19 females. Meanwhile, Ebem Ohafia community in Ohafia local government area of Abia State has banned the consumption of hard drugs, cultism, violence, and other criminal activities within the area. The ban was announced by the Mbem Ohafia Youth in collaboration with the Central Executive Council of Mbem Ohafia Development Union, with the full backing of the Mbem Council of Chiefs and Elders. The new security directives aimed at restoring peace and order in the community were contained in a statement issued by the Publicity Secretary of the Mbem Ohafia community, Ifeanyi Okali. You're watching the live broadcast of News Express, where News Express returns. Nigeria, United Arab Emirates scrapped tariffs on over 13,000 goods. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
From the latest satellite imagery, you can see a fresh plume of dust raised over Chad. By Wednesday, the system is expected to move into the country, bringing thick dust haze across the northern region. We expect visibility to be very poor, dropping to 1,000 meters or less. If you live with asthma or other respiratory conditions, please take precautions. Airline operators ensure to check the NIMED eFlight folder portal for updated reports before flying. Slight dust haze is expected across the north-central region, while early morning mist and fog patches will form along the coastal region, but they will lift after sunrise. By late afternoon into evening hours, there's a slim chance of isolated thunderstorms along the coastal part of Bayelsa and Rivers State. We expect both daytime and nighttime temperatures to drop significantly across the extreme northern cities. And that's the weather forecast. I am Akami Samarda.
It's good to have you back. And in business, the federal government has eliminated tariffs on over 6,000 products imported from the United Arab Emirates, while the UAE has removed duties on more than 7,000 Nigerian goods, opening up new opportunities for trade, investments, and job creation. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, made this known at the signing of the agreement at the ongoing Sustainability Week in Abu Dhabi. Business correspondent Kike Lomo Okere tells us more.
The historic agreement under the Nigeria-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement aims to expand market access for Nigerian products, facilitate investment flows, and strengthen the country's non-oil export drive. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, says under the pact, Nigeria will immediately remove tariffs on nearly 4,000 products, with the remaining 2,294 items phased out over 5 years. The UAE will eliminate tariff on 2,805 Nigerian products immediately, with others phased out within 3 to 5 years. She added that service and investment opportunities are also included, allowing Nigerian businesses and professionals to operate and establish entities in UAE.
Has been a long time coming. We've negotiated for about 11 months. Very tough negotiation, but both sides are delighted that we have a good deal. This particular agreement will allow Nigerian businesses access into that regional hub of the Middle East, and it's a gateway to the rest of the world. It's an area where Nigerians are competitive in services. Nigerians will have up to 3 months to go into the UAE market in a 12-month period.
The minister further reveals that the agreement positions Nigeria as a gateway into ECOWAS and the African Continental Free Trade Area, while supporting the government's economic diversification and renewed hope agenda. She says relevant agencies have been mobilized to ensure smooth implementation to guide exporters on new market opportunities.
Cover, as they call it, an umbrella, has been long awaited by UAE businesses that want to move into Nigeria and into Africa. Nigeria is going to be used as a hub for businesses from this country to come into Africa to invest, to help us as we partner for our industrialization under the renewed hope agenda.
With tariff removed on over 13,000 products, the CEPA is set to boost non-oil export, attract foreign investment, and create jobs, marking a significant step in Nigeria's drive for economic growth and stronger ties with the UAE. Kelomo Ukeri, Global Television News.
And on a foreign scene, United Nations Refugee Agency new chief Barham Salih has recalled his own experiences at a refugee-led school while on a visit to Kenya, his first trip in the role. The former Iraqi president became the first former head of state to run the United Nations High Commission for Refugees at the start of the year. Uyi Agumofebe completes the story. We'll bring you that in a subsequent bulletin. Let's quickly take you to the world of sports. Nigeria will attempt to write another significant chapter in their Africa Cup of Nations history when they face host Morocco in the semi-finals of the 2025 tournament in Rabat today at 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Victory would take the Super Eagles into their second consecutive African final, repeating a feat last achieved between 1988 and 1990 and draw them level with Ghana on 9 final appearances. Meanwhile, the Confederation of African Football has appointed Ghanaian referee Daniel Layed to take charge of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations semi-finals between host Morocco and Nigeria. The high-profile encounter will be played in Rabat at 9 p.m. Nigerian time today, with Laye handling his second fixture of the tournament. Laye's only previous appearance at the finals came during the group stage in December when he officiated Burkina Faso's 1-0 defeat to Algeria in Group E. As Global TV News Express comes to an end, here's a recap of our top stories. On Global TV News Express, Vice President Kashim Shettima has restated the need for Nigerian public servants to remain selfless and committed to excellence. And in business, we're told that the federal government has eliminated tariffs on over 6,000 products imported from the United Arab Emirates, while the UAE has removed duties on more than 7,000 Nigerian goods, opening up new opportunities for trade, investments, and job creation. And on the foreign scene, the United States Africa Command has said the U.S. forces has delivered critical military supplies to Nigeria in support of the country's ongoing security operations. And in sports, Nigeria will attempt to write another significant chapter in the Africa Cup of Nations history when they face host Morocco in the semi-finals of the 2025 tournament in Rabat today at 9 p.m. Nigerian time. And that's it on News Express. A quick reminder, the Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. I am Anieti Patrick. Thank you for watching.